why God has a better plan for you. Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like your life didn't go the way you planned? Like you did everything right, and still lost? You studied. You worked hard. You prayed. You waited. And yet, the door you wanted never opened. The relationship ended. The job slipped away. The dream fell apart. And in that moment, a dangerous thought appears. God forgot about me. But what if that thought is wrong? What if God didn't ruin your plan? What if He protected you from it? Stay with me, because this message might change how you see everything. In America, we are taught one thing from a very young age. Plan your life. Set your goals. Control your future. 5-year plan. 10-year plan. College. Career. Marriage. House. Retirement. We love plans. We trust plans. We worship plans. And when those plans fail, we panic. We feel lost. We feel like failures. But here's the truth nobody tells you. God has never asked you to figure out your whole life. He only asked you to trust Him today. Think about Joseph, a young man with big dreams. Dreams given by God Himself. He saw greatness, leadership, purpose. But what happened next? Betrayal. His own brothers sold him. Slavery. False accusations. Prison. Years of silence. Years of confusion. Years where it looked like God's plan had failed. But it hadn't. It was unfolding. Every setback was setting him up. Every delay was building his character. And one day, Joseph didn't just survive. He ruled. And later he said something powerful. What you meant for evil, God meant for good. That's the difference between your plan and God's plan. Your plan looks good today. God's plan lasts forever. Now let's bring this closer to home. Maybe you're watching this from a small apartment. Bills on the table. Phone in your hand. Heart full of questions. You thought by this age you'd be further. More successful. More settled. More respected. But life didn't follow the script. And you feel behind. Let me tell you something. You are not behind. You are being prepared. God is not slow. He is strategic. Sometimes God removes people. And it hurts. Friends walk away. Relationships end. You feel abandoned. But later you realize they couldn't go where God was taking you. Sometimes God shuts doors. And it feels like rejection. But later you realize that door would have destroyed you. God sees what you can't see. He hears conversations you'll never hear. He knows outcomes you can't imagine. That's why His plan looks confusing at first. Let me be honest. If God gave you everything you asked for 5 years ago, you might not have survived it. You weren't ready. Your heart wasn't ready. Your character wasn't ready. Your faith wasn't ready. So God said, "Not yet." Not because He didn't love you, but because He does. Look at David, anointed as king, but sent back to the fields. Years passed. No crown, no palace, only patience, only pressure, only preparation. And when the time came, David didn't just become king. He became the right king. God's timing never arrives early, and it never arrives late. In American culture, we rush everything. Fast food, fast internet, fast success. But God doesn't rush purpose. He builds it, slowly, carefully, deeply. Because rushed success breaks people, but prepared success builds leaders. You might be in a season of waiting. Waiting for healing. Waiting for clarity. Waiting for direction. And waiting feels painful. But waiting is not wasting. Waiting is where faith grows. Waiting is where strength forms. Waiting is where trust is built. Let me say this clearly. God is not punishing you. God is positioning you. Your delay is not denial. Your struggle is not failure. Your confusion is not abandonment. It is transformation. One day you'll look back, and the thing that broke your heart will make sense. The door that closed will feel like protection. The path you didn't choose will feel like mercy. So if your life feels uncertain right now, take a breath. God is still in control. If your prayers feel unanswered, trust the process. If your plans fell apart, believe this. God is writing a better story. Your plan was small. God's plan is bigger. Your plan was temporary. God's plan is eternal. Your plan was based on what you knew. God's plan is based on everything. So don't give up. Don't lose faith. Don't compare your journey. God's plan for you is personal, perfect, and on time. You may not see it yet, but one day you will. And when you do, you will thank God for every unanswered prayer, every delay, every detour, because His plan was better. Always was, always will be.